What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy is moving out. If you've been watching me or Ireland Boys Productions for a bit now, you probably recognize this house, the IBP compound, and your boy is officially moving out. Right now, only me and Ricky currently live in this house, but I just feel like it's time for me to move out, and I'm gonna be breaking down why, telling y'all why. But before I do that, I do wanna say, in case you missed last week's video, I explained that I'm kind of turning this channel into also posting videos and not just music. I'm gonna be using it to document my life, document my journey, document the journey of making songs and working on these other businesses like IBP and this clothing line called One Life that I do wanna get started. And this channel is gonna be a way to document these moments and these experiences, and I don't even care how the views do, you know. I just want to use it as an outlet and be able to connect with you guys that really care, you know. I don't care if like 1 million people see it, but it's just something crazy viral. I'd rather have a couple of you guys be watching right here that really connect and rock with the movement of NCK, the music, and this brand One Life that I'm gonna be building, and document my life growing up as a 23-year-old young adult, trying to figure out life and taking you guys along the journey, and also stuff that I wish I knew when I was younger. You know, like stuff I would tell my younger self. So that's what this channel is gonna be. So before I explain why I'm moving out of the IBP compound, I feel like I should give you guys a little breakdown of kind of where my life has been for the past couple years, because if you watch me over on Ireland Boys Productions, you might not know all the behind the scenes and know like where I've moved. And I just recently moved back here like 2 years ago, but I was living here for a couple years before. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little timeline and then explain why I'm moving. So in 2019, about 7 years ago, me and Ricky, we were blowing up on YouTube and we decided to purchase this house right behind us. And today we are here to give you guys the official IBP Cribs tour. A lot of people on the internet say like, yo, it's your parents, like those are your parents' houses, or your parents are loaded. That was not the case. Me and Ricky bought this house and we worked our butts off for it. And we filmed so many videos here at the IBP compound, literally from 2019 all the way pretty much up until today, and maybe even the future. But I just am not gonna be living here anymore. Moved into this house in 2019, filmed a bunch of bangers. Then me and Ricky ended up moving to LA for a little bit, a little less than a year. That's when we moved into this big house. It was like a content house, and Jack Doherty was actually one of the people there. Long story, but yeah, somehow that happened before Jack started doing what he's doing now. And then that didn't really work out. There was a bunch of rats in the house and it was just a mess. So then me and Ricky, we moved back home, back to here, and this is around the end of 2021 now. And then in the beginning of 2022, me and Ricky did this massive road trip with BG and Yellow Snow. If you watch the IBP videos, you probably know them, but that's when we started the whole podcast. Ooh! Oh, the boys were packing up the van. This is our last couple minutes here because the boys are about to leave to Austin, Texas, loading up the van with all of our stuff. BG, how you feeling, Brandon?
100-pound luggage right here.
All the clothes that we will be wearing for the next year are in these suitcases. Today is the first day of a new adventure, possibly the biggest adventure we've ever been on. Who knows what this trip is gonna bring? Literally, we have no idea. We know we're going to Texas right now, but after that, it's a mystery, boys.
Love you, IBM.
Be safe, okay?
Bye, Mom.
Love you.
Love you.
I miss you, Nick.
And then we decided, yo, this wasn't really working. It didn't really make sense. We were losing a bunch of money on the road trip, and things just, they didn't pan out how we thought. And that's part of life, you know. You think something's gonna go one way, and then you start doing it and you realize, yo, it's going not how I thought. It's going a different way. And then that's when you make the decision, do I keep trying to do it and try to make it work? Or do I pivot and change course? And that's when me and Ricky decided, let's stop the podcast road trip, come back to the IBP compound, regroup, and decide our next move. And then sometime later in 2022, Ricky got his own apartment in downtown Tampa. And then soon after, I followed suit and moved out into my own place in downtown Tampa.
Really made. They used take that pain away. I still feel it day to day. That shit just won't fade away. Nowadays, bay to bay. I've been so deep and I hope I don't drown. Me and my dog, we just in a song now. Yeah, man, I used to dream of the shit I'm doing now. Finally got an RA, family proud. It's so deep and I hope I don't drown. It's so deep, I just hope I make it out. It's so...
And I was in that apartment for about 2 years. That was my first time living fully by myself. And personally, I enjoy it. There's a lot of people that don't like living by themselves. There's people that do. I was one of the people. I enjoy living by myself. I like that peace and quiet. I like the ability to wake up and do whatever I want, not have to feel like I gotta be quiet because maybe someone's sleeping, or I just like waking up. I get to do what I get to do. So I lived in my apartment for about 2 years. Now it's about 2024 in the timeline. And in about 2024, my lease ran up at my apartment and me and Ricky both moved in back to the IBP compound, and we figured, yo, we'll be closer together. We can work on more videos together. It'll be easier to work together and film more and get more done. But now we've been living together for about 1.5 years in the house, just me and Ricky. And I feel called to get my own place, and it feels like the right step in the next direction. I don't know how to explain it. You know, some of it's just intuition, but part of me is being called and saying like, yo, NCK, you're 23 now. You're a little bit more grown up and mature than you were in like 2021 when you moved out to LA. I think you should be on your own now. That doesn't mean I'm quitting IBP. If anything, it means we're gonna be filming more on IBP, but I'm just being called in this direction to go out on my own. I'm 23 years old now. I got a girlfriend. Maybe I'll introduce her here in a video soon. But I got a girlfriend, and it just feels like the next step, the next direction, the next place I want to go to live out on my own fully again, and live alone again. And that's kind of what this channel is going to be. It's going to be me documenting, figuring out life, figuring out all these new things, becoming a young adult, becoming more independent. I'm 23 this year, 24 I'll be in September. I'm about to be Unc, guys, and this just feels like such the right move in the right direction. And I'm fortunate enough and blessed enough to have put in a bunch of hard work when I was younger and have so many of you guys support me and have the opportunity where I can even be able to do this, because I know stuff is expensive right now and this wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you guys so much for making this even possible. But there's a couple places that I'm looking at. I think I'm gonna get my own house. Then yeah, I can't wait to film more videos there or make more songs there and just run it up at the new place. And I know some people are like, yo, no, you should stay with your brother, and you should stay with the boys and live together with the boys. And maybe that works for some people, but as I'm getting older and becoming more of a man and more of myself, something that I've learned and something that I wish I knew when I was younger is that there is no right direction for you to go, and no direction is wrong. For some people, living in a house with all of their boys, that might be perfect for them. That might make them work so much harder and do so much more. But for me and for some people, living by yourself and just having to wake up and go get it on your own, that fires me up. And that's what I want to do. And I used to think, yo, am I weird for enjoying being alone and wanting my own space and just wanting to live on my own when I could live in a crazy house with my brother and the boys and just run it up? And I realized everyone is their own person and everyone feels different ways about certain things. That's what makes us unique and makes us all individuals, or else we would all just be robots in the Matrix. You know, if we all thought the same thing and felt the same way about everything, we would literally be robots. You know, you wouldn't be able to tell me apart from DJ Fab or Ricky, or, you know, but these things that we like individually, that's what makes us unique. And don't try and hide away from that, your uniqueness and the things that you enjoy and that you like. You should go into that. Don't try and shy away from that. What I'm learning is go into that full force and embrace it. Embrace that stuff that makes you you, and don't be afraid of it. You know, I look at some of the biggest people, some of the people that I look up to the most, like certain like singers or artists or actors. Take Elon Musk, for example. Buddy's trying to go to space. Buddy is trying to go to Mars. Buddy is trying to progress the human civilization. But you look at him, he's weird. He probably does a lot of stuff that I don't like, but he's not trying to be some other person. He's not trying to be Drake. You know, you can look at Elon Musk and maybe be like, wow, his business stuff is incredible. But then there's also certain aspects of Drake or rappers like Logic or Russ or NF that I look up to, and it's like Drake is not trying to be Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is not trying to be Drake. The same way that you shouldn't be trying to be exactly like one of your friends or your parents or your teacher. You should be trying to be you. And the sooner you realize that, I think the better that life is, because you don't feel like, man, am I weird? Am I wrong for feeling this sort of certain type of way? You realize, no, this is what makes me me. This is me, and I'm gonna be myself and embrace that instead of trying to hide away and be like, man, I should be like this. I don't think Drake is thinking, yo, I should be like Elon Musk and try to go to Mars. You know, they're both doing incredible in their respective fields, but that doesn't mean they have to become the same thing and be each other. They're both themselves, and you guys should be yourselves too. And that is something that I wish someone told younger me, to just embrace that stuff that makes you you. You're not weird, you're not different. You're not. Different people like different things, and that's okay. That's 100% okay. That's what makes us us. So that's part of why I want to move out. I enjoy being on my own. I enjoy the peace and the quiet, and I feel like I have my best ideas when I'm alone. I can think better. I feel more inclined to create because I like creating when I'm alone, and I think my ideas are better when I'm alone. And that goes for videos, that goes with music, especially with the music, because when I'm making music, most of the time I make it right up there in my room, and the songs are almost like a peek into my life. Sometimes it's therapy for me making songs, and it's like sometimes I just like being alone when I'm making them. The more hype songs, you know, that's different, but some of the other songs, it's like I'm being vulnerable, and I just like being in my room, just doing my thing. And that's what I've realized over the years. So I am currently looking at houses to purchase, still figuring out what me and Ricky are gonna do with the big house, the IBP compound. And yeah, man, this wouldn't be possible without you guys. And maybe I'll take you guys on like a vlog or something, going house shopping. I'll play some clips maybe of some houses that I was looking at actually. I haven't officially moved out yet. I am still looking at houses. I looked at a couple houses with my girlfriend and my parents a couple months ago. But yeah, it is underway. That is what is next up for NCK. Getting my own place, documenting the journey of building this brand, One Life, and yeah, more on One Life later. But thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity. Just a little update video. And yeah, 2026, man. January's almost over. Make sure you're going after whatever you want to go after. You got one life. Make it count. I love y'all.